Okay, welcome ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for joining us. It is 2026 and we are round one back with the SimHaus racing team, and you are live now for round one at Sydney Motorsport Park. Very excited, some new faces, some new liveries. We've got new conditions on track as well, so looking forward to a new season. Hope you guys are too, and welcome to the stream if it's the first time you've been watching. My name's Shane Gilfeather, I'm your host, and this is SimHaus Racing V8 League 2026, and we are currently in qualify session. We've got about 6 minutes to go. Alright, so just to give you some sight as to where we are at Sydney Motorsport Park. Each lap's about 3.93 Ks. We've got 2 races on tonight, 16 laps for round 1 and 25 laps for round 2. The tyre selection for today, as always, is super soft, hards, and I doubt we'll see the wets. I doubt we'll see the hards. We may even not see the softs. Look for the tyre band on the sidewall of the tyre, and those colours will tell you exactly what compound they are running for the session tonight. So it's a new year, new season, and this is what the schedule looks like for 2026. We're starting with Sydney Motorsport Park. Next round will be Melbourne. I'll be working at the Formula 1, so I won't be bringing you live the Wednesday before. We'll run the Wednesday after the event. Then we'll go to Taupo, Ruapuna, Simon Plains, Hidden Valley Council. Bit of switch around with Barbagallo as well. That's been pushed back to later in July. Probably a lot of tour out there. And then we go straight to Queensland Raceway. The Ben's an Enduro, Bathurst is Enduro, and then we head to the Gold Coast in October, and then round out the year with Sandown and Adelaide. But let's not think about the end of the year, we've just started. So tonight again, we are at Eastern Creek. The sun is setting on qualify session, so let's jump in and see who is up the top. If the testing sessions anything go by, we should have new sponsor Scott Flack at the top, and yes he is. He's in P1 at the moment from SimHaus Racing in the Camaro. He's been very hot on track lately, and this just proves it. Very close behind him is Daniel Oppadosano in the Butterbean. New livery for him this year, very clean, very Jim Beam DJR-esque, and he's on a hot lap too. He is quarter of a second up, and it looks like he'll take pole if he finishes this one. Only the final sector to go. Last corner. Got to be patient. Can't get on the gas too early. There he goes. He sees the exit. Then he's going to go wide, run down the side of the track, and run down to the finish line. Let's see if he actually makes it to P1 in quali, leaving flat with all the work to do. Yes, he does. And it's exactly 3/10 up on Scott Blake in P2. So that's Scott Blake across the line too. Unable to continue there. Matt Collins running hot in the Newline entry. He's P3. He's been practicing quite a bit as well, so it's good to see him up there. We've got some new faces, and just want to introduce Alon Day, who's racing with us from the Middle East, and he's actually a NASCAR driver in the States, so great to have him here. And he's been showing up some great lap times as well. And just introducing the new Craig Broadbent. Previous winner is out there again in the Racetech Steel sponsored Mustang. Chris McLennan's back for a year hiatus. Welcome back to Chris McLennan. He'll have a new livery and sponsorship next round at Melbourne. We've got Vlad the Russian's back in the V8 series. Excited to have him back in the Truck Assist Mustang as well. Craig Stoddard running the fan livery, and he's got his teammate James Otto, which is back up in P7, and they'll be running around the track, so keep an eye on them. David Baker, the second of the SimHaus racing team. Look how beautiful that livery is, if I say so myself. Rob Logan and Neil Haynes running in the Bendix. Neil's got some injuries, so he may be plagued and may not be able to qualify with us, but he might start in one of the races. So let's hope so. Grant Petullo back in the number 4 car, the tyre power. Good to see him back. And introducing Damien Menegudsol in the Bridgestone Select Mustang as well, doing very well with a 129 flat at the moment, bettering in practice sessions. Michael Court for Horsepower Racing. He is currently in P15. Braden Pritchard just getting used to actually still in the pits, and Troy Jaslowski out yet to post the lap as well. So looks like they'll need to cross the finish line within a minute, and then they can complete the qualify session. Headlights are on already. The sun is setting. We're going to go into night session, and we've got Opposano P1 still. Purple sector again in sector 1. Bring it round and even higher up on pole position. That's Collins in pit lane. So too Stoddard and Baker trying to regroup. Baker in P11 at the moment. Not a bad spot for him. You might have noticed if you've been following, he's been in the commentary box for 12 months. So now he's finally back in the race seat. Fixed his Moses setup, and now it's working it up back into. If you need any help with that, please message us. We'll definitely be able to assist as well. Get you on track in the Moser R9 or any of the Moser wheelbases. Opposano coming down, shaving off his fastest lap, and he's just improved there. Scott Black, P1, just crossed the line too, so he's just been kept right at the same time. 126.2. Look at that, 1/100th faster than Opposano. He wasn't happy with P2, and he's put the SimHaus Racing Camaro up in P1 at the moment as it stands. Checker flag is out, the guys are still out there doing laps. Let's just go around and see who's out there. Spotto. He's well outside his PB on sector 1, so we're not going to see anything change there in P7. It looks like Chris McLennan crossed the line and parking it up in P8. Rob Logan's still out there playing in the grass. And here comes Michael Court. So Vlad Tokarev in P9, still the top 10, getting to grips with the V8. He absolutely showed us who's boss in the British Touring Cars last year. So he's just getting back into the V8s. So we'll see him climb through the ladder and through the field during the race. 17 drivers this time. A couple of guys couldn't make it. We've got more entries to come. Stay tuned for that one when we get to Melbourne. So that is the end of qualified session. Let's see the results. Just bear with me. Alright, so showing the session results for qualify. It is Scott Black on pole with a 126.232, just ahead of Opposano. Real dog battle there, and really picked on the line. They both crossed at the same time. That was a private quali session, so they wouldn't have been able to see each other on track. So they wouldn't know what's happening. Justin Bryce, Craig Walker, 3 and 4, second row. Very good for Justin Bryce. He's improved since last year. Matt Collins down in P5, but stay tuned on that one. A-Line Days moved it up in P6 in the number 9 car. James Spotto, I told him Captain 4 or P4 last year because that was his favourite result. Got a bit of work to do to get back up there tonight. Chris McLennan finishing in 8. Vlad in 9. Craig Stoddard finishes in the top 10. Then we move on to P11. That is David Baker in the SimHaus Racing Camaro. And Rob Logan, Grant Petrillo puts it in P13. Michael Court with a couple of laps is putting in P14. Then we've got Damien Menegudsol, Braden Pritchard and Troy Jaslowski. So pretty close there. So we're going to regroup, get ready for race 1. Guys at home, please stay tuned. Few commercial breaks, few commercials, and then we'll be right back for race 1 station.
Baba, what are we playing?
Ya lo sabéis, it's Halo Day.
Yeah, one sec.
He's playing football, isn't he?
Jajo, you know he fancies himself a footballer.
Oh, whatever. Look, your love makes me strong, but your hate makes me invincible. All right, let's get on Halo then.
Let's go.
Ready.
Dale.
You went back this time, right? Yours was fine.
Chill, chaval. I won't ghost you this time.
I'm going hallway.
I got right.
Uno fuera.
Oh, another one down.
Lock in. Next kill wins it.
Where is he? No lo veo.
Alicia, do you hear that?
Quick on him, top left.
There. I'll push it. He's one shot.
Game over.
Got him.
Well played.
Same time tomorrow then.
We'll see.
Bye-bye.
Ciao. Nos vemos.
Okay, welcome back. It's your host Shane Gilpert, and we're getting ready for race one. It is Scott Flack team SimHaus Racing on the front with Daniel Opposano. Then further back it's Broadbent. Justin Bryce is still in the pits griding up. Matt Collins on the grid next to Alon Day. And then we've got Spotto, McLennan, Vlad Tokarev, Craig Stoddart. The top 10. Okay, so thanks again. It is race one, season one. Oh, a bit of a slow start for Scott. Daniel Opposano getting off the line. Craig Broadbent coming down the inside, takes in P2. And Flacky slots in. Alon Day up into P4 as well. But this is the true test. The first braking into turn one. Getting through turn two, I should say. Bit of a delay there. Matt Collins up into P4. And then Newlon right behind SimHaus. And then it's Vlad Tokarev moving up into P7 as well. Very skatey up here. The tyres are cold. Alon Day in P5 there. Chris McLennan, Vlad Tokarev, there they are. Opposano out in front. Flacky in third. Broadbent in second now. All previous winners, the front two. Daniel Opposano, Craig Broadbent fighting it out. Maro versus Mustang. And it is through the field. Troy Jaslowski in 13. Baker in 14. Stoddard falls back into 15. And there's Justin Bryce missing the start for some reason. He's in P17. So the group's starting to split now. Alon Day further back is with Chris McLennan. That's Vlad Tokarev and James Motto. Just on board with Alon Day now. Looking back at Chris McLennan as they try and draft down the main straight. It's Vlad Tokarev trying to come out of the draft. And on the back of Chris McLennan. Oh, just overshot there for Chris McLennan. You can hear the tyres scrubbing there. Oh, Broadbent and Flacky going wide there. So we'll see what happened between Broadbent and Flacky into turn one. Oh, Broadbent just going wide. Bit of a scare there, but they're all straight through. Matt Collins up into P2. So now back live, it's Daniel Opposano, Matt Collins in P2. Craig Broadbent settles into 3. Scott in 4. McLennan up into 5. Alon struggling back there. Oh, here we go. Spotto up the inside. Great move on Alon. And Vlad wanting to say, oh, look at Michael Cooper on the back of the grid. Up into P9 already. That's charging through. After 2 laps, he's already in a P9. And that is Braden Pritchard too from the back of the field as well. Damien Meneguzzo coming out of the turn there is in P12. There's David Baker in 13. Jaslowski in 14. Rob Logan and Craig Stoddart back there. All right, back up the front. Opposano defending hard against Matt Collins, who's just posted the fastest lap of the race so far, 1:27.76. And then it's the pair behind, that is Broadbent and Flack. Looks like Flack's going to try and take the inside. doesn't get the job done yet. There's Broadbent in P3 defending hard, taking the inside line, letting it drift out. And coming down in a turn 4 now. Hard on the inside, just let it roll, accelerate out, cut across the other side, get in position for the uphill run. Just using all the track limits there. Still Oppo and Collins out in front. Lapping in the 128s at the moment. As we said, Collins fastest lap then at 127.7. They've all done fastest sectors PBs. Oh, bit of a tap there. Collins means business. Looking down the back of Opodesano as the sun's setting here at Eastern Creek City Motorsport Park. Double left apex. Just got to be patient. Collins up the inside, gets on it early, drifts out wide, takes a drag race down the main straight. Spotto up there in P5 already, and here comes Vlad and Chris McLennan at the top of the hill now. There they are, top to tail. Progrev trying to get that draft there. Oh, Vlad right on the inside, on board with Chris McLennan. We look over to the inside, that is Vlad in the number 2. Gets a job done on the inside. Can he make it stick? Or will Chris come back on the crossover? Alon in 8. Michael Court up into P9 from Horsepower Racing. Great shot up the front. These two at the back. 3rd and 4th are catching 1st and 2nd. And that's what happens when you battle out in front. You hold each other up. And you allow the rest of the field to catch. Broadbent closing that gap. Only 8/10 at the moment. Only 4 laps into a 16-lap race. Watch this, ladies and gentlemen. This will be a prelude to the 2nd race, which includes a compulsory pit stop. This field very tight throughout. We use this opportunity to go through the field. Spotto out on his own in P5. We'll go back to Vlad, who's moved up into P6. Here comes, that's Braden Pritchard and Graham Petrillo, Damien Meneguto and David Baker. And this will be Rob Logan, Craig Stoddard, and then Troy Czeslowski rounds out the 16. So I've got Alon and Michael Court battling it out. This is for P8 and 9. As we can see further up the road, a few more battles going on. Meneguto and the Bridgestone Tyre Select Mustang. That is P12 and 13, respectively. All right, battle up in front. It is closing in. Broadbent now, although Scott Flack's just dropping off ever so slightly. But these two are conserving tyres. They must be, while trying to battle it out. Look at the gaps between each driver now, all within a second of each other. Only a couple of big gaps there to speak of, but the rest, there's battles all through this race at the moment. Hope you're enjoying it. Throw us a like or a comment if you're enjoying the stream at the moment as we get back on track. Opodesano defending on the inside. Let it goes out wide. Here comes Broadbent taking the outside line. Spotto closing in, so too Vlad. Got a bit of work to do in P6 there. And a bit of a gap to James Spotto. About 5 second gap there. Actually it's 1.5. So down the main straight once again, lap 5 at City Motorsport Park. Lovely long straight. Full commitment into turn 1 as we see Czeslowski retiring for this race. Hopefully he can make it back into the 2nd race. So just turn the music down so you can hear me. I'm a bit rusty after last season, so bear with me. Collins all over the back of Broadbent. Opodesano and Broadbent back there as well. That's the gap as from on the bonnet of Craig Broadbent, previous championship winner, V8 League champion. He was 24 from memory. No, 23. Scott Flack just sitting back there in P5. So Spotto just closing that gap now. It is 2.2 seconds away. Vlad closing in 2 now. That is well less than 1.5 seconds. And on the timing screen, it is within a second now. So watch that space. Spotto in the 23 in P5 at the moment. Back up front. This is where the action is. Collins trying to make it. Getting up underneath the rear of Daniel Opposano in the Butterbean Camaro. Down the main straight. Full blast. It is a drag race. Collins trying to tuck in. So too Broadbent. And our pulse hitter back in P4. 10 laps remaining. Starting to get darker and cooler. Will the lap times go faster? Matt Collins still with the fastest lap of the race with a 1:27.4. Oh, just ginger through there. 2 ways of taking that one. You either hug the inside or roll out and come back in for a double apex. And Spotto and Vlad is on it now. Vlad Tokarev racing with us from Russia, up on the back of James Spotto. Okay, bit of a gap forming between Broadbent and Flack. About 1.5 seconds as far as the timing goes. That is Vlad. Let's go back up the front. This is the battle for the lead. Down the main straight once again. Broadbent is in the mix this time. He's etching closer. Only 8/10 away so far. Headlights blaring down the main straight. Plenty of light here thanks to the new lighting system installed a couple of years ago. Now we've got great night racing. And if you're wondering, the boys are out there at the moment in real life testing today and tomorrow. And free entry to the racing on the weekend if you're interested and local. As we go back to Michael Court, trying to get up behind. Oh, committed on the inside. A-Line Day just closing that gap as they're closing in on Chris McLennan as well. That is now a 3-way battle for P7. That's Michael Court in 9, A-Line Day in 8. And this is Chris McLennan here, about to get hot and heavy at the back there. I just heard someone hit the wall. Just seeing if anyone's dropping through. Yes, yellow in sector 2. Who might that be? It'll be behind these guys. Oh, that's Spotto. James Spotto. Looks like he might have got hooked up on the... Yeah, he's coming through the corner. And he's just rolled outside. Oh, they both went for it. But it was Vlad who continues. And Spotto rejoins in P10. Just on the cusp there. So there's a few battles. Let's go back to the front. It is Opposano dropping Collins at the moment. Very consistent is Opposano. Collins starting to burn those tyres and he may start falling back. Watch this one. Yellow in sector 3. And now Broadbent is closing. Oh, sorry. Looks like Flack was just sitting back there happy to conserve the tyres. And now he's going to spend the next 7 just smashing it as he closes in on Broadbent. Flack in 4. Here comes Vlad. The sim racing champion is now in P5, dropping the gap. I said before he qualified in the 10, but he'll be climbing through during the race, and here it is. As Tokarev in 5, another 10 seconds behind is Chris McLennan with Michael Court, who's got the job on. A-Line Day moves up into P7. A-Line relegating back to 8. There is in the Erebus TFH number 9. Oh, and they're closing. They've got Grant Pachulo and Spotto. Spotto was in P5, dropped back. Now he's got to spend the next 7 laps regaining those positions. But he can see them all in his windscreen. And he knows he's got a bit of work to do, but he knows he's capable. very solid from season 2025 as he tries to move up as well. Watch him come into the final as Rob Logan's moving up into P11. David Baker moving down into 15. And Braden Pritchard in 14. Damien Meneguzzo in 13. And that is Craig Stoddart climbing through the field now up into P12. Rob Logan in P11. So Collins and Broadbent now. This is the battle. And Flacky as well. So three-way. Very colourful roll bar there for Flacky inside. And that's, oh, brake lights glaring, glowing through the cabin of Scott Flack as he just be patient. Broadbent's going to show it up the inside. If Broadbent goes up the inside, Flack's going to go on the outside. Try and get around. Oh, just clamping on the brakes there. He knew what he had to do, but Broadbent, oh, and they're both going to get through. Collins just going wide there. Collins may come back on the inside. Scott Flack on the inside. Here comes Vlad Tokarev as well. These guys are no strangers to each other. Collins in 4, Broadbent 5. Look at this. This is a four-way battle. This is for P2. And Opposano, 2025 V8 League champion, we'll call him defending champion, is rolling out the front in the butter being Motorsport. Look at the gap there now. Broadbent now defending against the other three, and he's got another 6 laps to go. Collins starting to come under fire from Tokarev. Will he get up the inside? Or Collins just defending the inside there. Vlad will try and brake on the inside as well. He's got to pick one side, the other. Long range. No, he won't get it done. He's just patiently waiting. He knows he's got another spot he can get him on. Meanwhile, he's losing time to Scott Flack and Broadbent, who's got a bit of breathing space, but he knows Flack will come back up pretty quickly. Tokarev mastering that Mustang around Sydney Motorsport Park here at Eastern Creek. Oh, going wide again. The fronts are burning up for Collins there. He spent too much trying to hold on to Opposano. Now it's going to cost him. So tyre management a key for Collins. If he can keep the pace, he'll end up further up front, but he's losing spots now. And he's probably going to lose a bit more time because the next driver behind him is Michael Court, who is a further 13 seconds back. So if he just holds that position, he'll pick up a nice P5 as Broadbent comes around for P2 in the Racetech Steel Mustang. Scott Flack, oh, getting it loose there on the concrete offshoot. Tokarev in the 128s, Flack in the 127.4s. So on that lap, there's about 8/10 difference. And Broadbent now with the fastest lap of the race. We missed that one. 127.413 at lap 12. I'll just go through the field. We know where the front 5 are. Michael Court and Collins falling back. He's got to change tyres. Unfortunately for him, Michael Court from the back of the field is up into P5. Champion effort, and he's got Grant Petullo right behind him. The South Australian in the Tyre Power Camaro is up into P6. Spotto up into P7 already. Alon Day from the Middle East. Israel local is in P8. Chris McLennan jumping back in after a 12-month hiatus is in P9, managing those tyres. And the gaps out on track are spreading out now. And where does Collins rejoin? He's come up into P14, right behind David Baker there, just up in front on older tyres. And Justin Bryce, not too sure what happened to Brycey, but he did not grid up and miss the start. He could have rolled out of pit lane and chased, but I think he might have some technical issues on VR possibly. So here comes Collins on fresh rubber. Everyone's toast in front of him as he's just going to cut through the field. There's a big sacrifice coming for fresh rubber. But he's going to regain a couple of spots here, as we can see. Up on the inside there. Baker just nursing those tyres. Look at the front straight now. I saw Chris McLennan. Who's he with? He's with Logan, who's just taken that position. And Michael Court. So, Court and Petrillo are the closest out on track at the moment. With 3 laps to go, it is still Opposano out in front, 3.2 seconds ahead of Broadbent, then Scott Flack behind. Beautiful shot there at Eastern Creek, turn 4. So come around. The old dog leg used to be here, but it's not there anymore. Nice and open. Obviously no one likes those witches hats there anymore. They've been pushed off the side. Collins up into 13. Baker back down to 14. Oh, up ahead of Meneguzzo as well. So Collins getting another position there. See how it was done. Collins chasing down Petrillo. Oh, just ragging it round Meneguzzo right round the outside. Collins just shoving it up the inside on fresh rubber, and he takes that position. And David Baker and Petrillo together. This is P13 and 14 on track now. So that's a gap back down to David Baker in P14 on board. Sector 3, yellow flags. Someone might be coming in the pits for another set of tyres. So we could see that they're lasting about, if you smash them, about 12 laps. So that's not going to get you halfway through race 2. Because we do have a compulsory pit stop, or Baker up the inside now, trying everything he can. Actually, I got a treat for you guys. I got race cam for David Baker. That's his race face down on the bottom right hand corner as he's chasing Meneguzzo. Cabin lights are off, just the windscreen lights are on. See that beautiful face of his as he's trying to get past Damien up the inside. Will he just stick it up the inside? He's trying, but he needs the tyres and he needs the brakes. Concentrating very hard there. Just managed to get the wheel fixed for R Factor 2. There is a technical issue with the setup. If you do have problems with the Moser wheels, let us know. We can definitely help you. All nice and tight on the outside there. So they come down the main straight. This is the second last time they'll be doing this. Collins back up into 10, taking McLennan. Just cutting through, and Stoddard there as well. Stoddard trying to get past McLennan. Oh, not quite this time. Bit of a tweak to the livery this year for Stoddard and Spotto, teammates. There is teams competition, so these guys are joined up. Baker's just called out saying sorry for something, so might have added a tap to Meneguzzo there. All right, Petrillo and Court battling it out. Look at this, Spotto up into P7. Well, not yet. Actually, he's got 7, but will he get up into P6? He's got 2 laps to do it, and that is Petrillo up ahead as well in P5. How is Tokarev going? He's closing in. Let's do a recap from the front, even though this battle's going on. Spotto right around the outside. Is he going to make it? We'll stay with this just for now as they get on the main straight. Nice and tight for Spotto, but Court just has to hold there. Guide it out, get on the gas now. Or Spotto up on the inside. Side by side down the main straight. Into turn 1. Oh, will he overshoot? Course back up on the inside. Yes, great move there. Managing the tyres, he's covered. Heavy brakes, will Spotto come around? No, so Michael Court holds. So I'll go back to the front. It is Opposano. Broadbent closing in now. Just over 2 seconds. He's found a technique to bring him back up. Or Opposano is just backing off to make sure he's got enough rubber. This is the last lap of the race, so this is for position, and we've got a few laps to go. Oh, sorry, a few corners to go before the end of the race. Oh, Black coming under fire from Vlad Tokarev, the Russian. Had to cut through the field, and now he's trying to get the back of Scott Flack in the SimHaus Racing Camaro. Here he goes. Opposano, class drive from start to finish. Took it from turn one, defending from Collins. Congratulations. And that is the finish. Scott Flack and Tokarev. That is 3 and 4. Grant Pachullo. Can he hold out for P5? Great effort from him all the way from South Australia. Michael Court and Spotto. Can Spotto come up the inside? It's going to be a drag race. Tucks in. Will he pull out and right at the last second? Across the start finish line. He's got to try it. Got to give it a crack. Come out early, but it wasn't enough. That is Court in 6. Spotto in 7. A-line Day defending from Rob Logan. Oh, side by side. But it's Day, Logan, Collins back there in 10. Stoddard coming across in 11. Chris McLennan just defending from David Baker in 13. That's 12-13. Damien crossing the line, respectable 14th. And Braden Pritchard already in the pits. Justin Bryce makes it out onto the track. And he comes across in P16. Then we've got Cieslowski. So during the break, we'll find out what happened to Justin Bryce. Remember, we do want him on track, so hope it's all good and ready for race 2. All right, hope you enjoyed race 1. Race 2 is even bigger. And it's going to be a 25-lap race. The boys need to regroup. We need to set the grid. So after the commercials, we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
There is nothing like the mountain, the speed, the history, and most importantly, the sound. It's part of the Bathurst 1000, and now it's part of your whiskey too. Aged to perfection with the sweet sounds of a roaring V8 pumping through each oak barrel. Like a perfect lap of the mountain, each sip will leave you wanting more. For the second year, Ned Australian Whiskey brings you the 2022 limited edition Sounds of Bathurst Whiskey. And this year, Ned have taken it up a gear. The boldest drink for the greatest race in Australia.
Okay, welcome back. Ready for race 2. The grid is set based on the results from race 1. We've got Daniel Opposano up the front, Craig Broadbent still in the pits, Scott Flack out on grid. There is Grant Picciullo. Great race from there. Vlad just rolling off the line there. And we've got Licciardi joining us again and Cieslawski back on track. Damian Meneguzzo setting up in P14. They've got a couple of seconds to grid up. Vlad Tokarev just rolling on the line there. It is a downhill start, so they need to have the brakes on. Daniel Opposano, Craig Broadbent, previous championship winners of the series on the front row. Oh, Broadbent getting a great start off the line. He gets a whole shot. Vlad Tokarev up there as well. Not too short penalty for Tokarev. He was rolling through, and that's going to cost him big time. Up into P3 at the moment. Flack's just got to sit back and go around. Let's see how they go. All get through nice and easy. Michael Court moving up. Great result in race 1. Moves up into P5 just behind Scott Flack, in front of Alon Day, who's coming to grips with the Aussie race cars. He's used to heavy V8s as he's a professional real-life NASCAR driver. So make sure you look up his name on the socials and you'll know that he raced with us here tonight at Eastern Creek. He can't make all the races, but he's going to make as much as he can, providing he's available. So the grid's starting to settle in. The boys changing tyres as well, because some tried softs and it wasn't to be. Oh, Justin Bryce getting a good run up the inside there. Spotto up in 7. This is a great battle. This is McLennan on Picciullo. Look at the battle up front too. Spotto there, Day. Oh, it's all going on down the main straight. Tokarev in 3, but he's got to serve a penalty in the next 2 laps. It's going to cost him. Oh, Bryce has also got a penalty as well. Unfortunately, Justin Bryce has got to come in, serve. It may be a stop and go. The 333 Service Australia may have to come in as the track gets on. Broadbent still out in front. Oh, straight through, just a drive through. And he rejoins at the back of the field, P13. Cieslawski out already. Oh, Flack just getting loose out there. Compulsory pit stop, 4 tyres this race. So it will include pit stop strategy. Who's going to be the smarter one out there? Who's going to analyse this race? Race 1 winner, Daniel Opposano up into P2. Unfortunately, Tokarev's going to be part of this for 1 or 2 more laps, then he's got to retire and give us a drive-through, which will promote Michael Court up here, who's defending hard. Alon Day, Spotto fighting hard, so too McLennan and Picciullo back there. Spotto up the inside. Gets the job done ahead of Alon Day. There's it all packing up. So they come in hard. South Australian in the tyre power. Just said, oh, it just gets a bit loose. It allows Rob Logan to come up on fresh tyres. Picciullo on the back of, where is he? There he is on the back of McLennan. It's a run down. Spotto leading the charge. Got a group of 4, then it's Spotto in 5. Oh, coming up, swatching spots. Alon trying to get up the inside. Michael running wide. Can Alon get in there? Yes, he can, but he's not in position for the next turn, which Michael knows that. He's hung him out to dry. That's going to bring Chris McLennan, who's just dropped the accelerator. All right, we're now on board with Michael Court watching Alon Day. That is Chris McLennan in the Castrol Mustang, and that is Picciullo just a bit further back. Oh, just overshot, allowing Alon to come up. This is all happening behind Spotto. He's watching this in the in the rear vision mirror, saying, "Thank God I'm not part of this." So back up front, it is still Broadbent defending. Oh, look at this battle! Fantastic run from these two. The moon's out tonight. We're on board with Vlad Tokarev in P4. We'll probably see him retire to the pit lane. Here he comes on the inside. He's ducking in. Yes. This is serving the pit. Oh, just crossing up there. Trying to get down to the, I think it's 60K, 80K pit lane. So he's going to do a drive-through. All right, so it's a long race. He's still got plenty of time to make his way back up the field. It's only 4 laps down. Serve it early. Maximise those tyres and come in for another pit stop. It is Spotto in 4 now. Broadbent out in front. Licciardi, teammate to Daniel Opposano in P2. The 36 Butterbean livery joins us from Victoria. And hopefully we see him a lot more through the season. But it's his teammate, the number 98, chasing down Craig Broadbent. Scott Flack trying to stay with him. Only half a second back, Spotto. Further back, but he's got company now. A-Line Day getting used to this V8. Heavy stock car Camaro. A bit more nimble than the NASCARs, so he'll be getting used to this. This will help him in real life as well, as he knows this is where Shane Van Gisbergen started his career from. So too Scott McLaughlin. And Jack Perkins also doing a couple of races over in the States in front of the big crowd. But here tonight, there's a big crowd down the main straight showing up for the night race here at Sydney Motorsport Park. If you want to go to the real event, it will be free, so make sure you get down there. No excuses this year. On board with Alon, chasing Spotto. Is he going to fox it? Dive on the inside, he's showing the nose. Can he get it done? He's trying. Spotto too strong. And McLennan there ready to pick up as well in the 55 Castrol. So up front it is still the trio. Flacky closing in as well, staying with these boys for longer. Further back we've got Baker and Tokarev. Tokarev, after his pit lane penalty, is now wanting to move up in a P12. He's saying, move over, mate. That's my spot. And he'll dive up the inside. Nice move. Okay, looking for other battles. Pachulo Court is out there. That is P7 and 8. And you can add McLennan and Logan and now Craig Stoddard. And that is Damien Meneguzza. Oh, just banging it wide there a little bit in P11. Great position for him. His fastest laps are 1:29.1. And Craig starting in front of him is fastest lap. They're actually lapping exactly the same time, 1:30.12s. So well within 1/100th of each other on that lap alone. Pachulo posting his personal best on that one, a 1:28.3. The fastest lap of the race is with Daniel Opposano back up front. That's where some more action is. And we'll go there as Broadbent's out in front ahead of Scott Flack. And chasing Broadbent in P1. So Broadbent very good on his tyres, especially towards the end. His pit stop strategy is very well calculated. So watch whenever he pits. I assume Oppo will come in the same lap. We always talk about the undercut and the overcut. As Spotto and Day at it again further back. This is P4. But up front, Oppo. Is he going to make a move? Is he just happy sitting there? The number 98 Camaro down the straight. Broadbent trying to break that toe. Very important down here. We've got side toe and tail drafting and side drafting as well. Scott Flack just happy to sit there for now. Watch him close in a few laps. Spotto and Day. These guys cannot separate each other. Oh, going for the inside. Spotto moving over as well. Just covering that line. He's got to go out wide, protect the next corner. You always got to place the car for the corner, next 2 corners ahead, not for the one you're at. If you're playing defense, up the inside, Day trying everything he can. He's a self-confessed game nut. If you check his socials on Instagram, Alon Day in P5. The number 9 all over the back of Spotto here. Oh, he's trying to get on the gas early, but Spotto's not letting him. Oh, he's got it here. He's going to tuck back on the inside. Try that one. Spotto's got a nice long run right around the outside. Here comes McLennan. Oh, just struggling, going wide. Pachulo has got on the back of McLennan. Here comes Tokarev too, back up into P10. We've got Rob Logan there. Oh, there's another battle further back. Stoddard in the Fanta. He's got Vlad Tokarev right behind him. Then Michael Courts dropped back there. Missed what happened there, but he's dropped back out of, what was that, P5. So that'll be important for him to move back up. Again, it's only lap 8 of 25. Oh, Vlad's trying the outside. Stoddard, oh, a bit of a nudge there. Stoddard held firm in the inside. Said, mate, if you want to get around me, you're going to have to work right round the outside. It's harder to do when the speed difference is very minor. But now Michael Court is up in the action, playing hard. Up the tail of Tokarev. Stoddard up in the Fanta car. Currently P9. Stoddard had a good one, although he dropped a spot from his qualify position, finished in P11, which was respectable because he was hanging down the back for a while there, but he's made his way back up. Look at him come through that corner. Meneguzzo and Baker together again. Red seems to be the popular colour for 2026. And that is caught on the back of Tokarev. All right. Still Spotto and Day. Day's trying everything. Up the inside now. Can he get it done? Look at Spotto just cut the nose off. Day's got to just throw it up there, then hope for the best. These two driving really well. Oh, nice and wide. Trying different lines. If you do the same thing, you'll get the same result. So he's trying something different. And he knows that it's very hard through there. Spotto, very accomplished driver in the V8. Very solid effort for 2025. Very impressed with him last year. Very consistent. McLennan and Pachulo back. This is P6 and 7. McLennan in the Castrol, the South Australian, Brent Pachulo in the Tyre Power in P7. Behind them it's Rob Logan. Vlad Tokarev will be keeping him company soon, but not for now. We'll go back up the front as Spotto and Day are just glued together. Here they are, and you can see the battle up the back there. What I might do is freeze the frame. We'll go to the front first. Go back to broadband. There it is. All right, so we're just going to stay there. Actually, stay on that one. That is broadband. Opposano, Flack. Here comes Spotto and Day combination. That is 4th and 5th. Here comes 6th. McLennan, Pachulo up the inside. Rob Logan trying to get a draft from someone. Vlad Tokarev cutting through. Stoddard staying close to him. And Michael Court side by side down the main straight. That's Baker and Meneguzzo. Come on. And it's Baker that gets the inside line. Will he hold it? Will Meneguzzo come back on the inside there? Very patient around the outside in the Bridgestone Tyre Select. Sorry, Bridgestone Select Tyre and Auto. So this is a good battle. This one is for P12 and 13. Licciardi further back in P15. Justin Bryce again struggling with that pit lane penalty. It was just a drive-through, but he's trying to get back to the back of Meneguzzo, and he'll be there very soon. Bryce lapping in the 129.8s, which is a full second quicker than the guys in front, so he'll be on the back pretty shortly. We'll get back up front as it looks like Flax just dropped off a little bit. That is the gap there. And that's Spotto and Day coming down the main straight. Day's trying everything he can, trying different lines. He's tried drafting. Spotto too strong at the moment. Let's just think about the tyre conservation. We are in the pit window, I would say, if we're going to do an undercut and go long. Oh, Day's trying everything. Go around the outside, brake hard, keep him on the inside. You've got to keep him squeezed. Yes, you're going to get the next run. But no, not enough. Spotto moves over. Oh, look how he closes in under brakes. They just strong in that section there. On board with Aline Day now. Nice and smooth through there. Nice throttle control. Just got a bit taily towards the end, but these cars are quite taily. You really got to look after these tyres, otherwise they'll just melt. You can't overdrive them. Oh, nice and patient on the inside. Nice run on the out there. Logan close on the back of McLennan as well, further behind. Field's starting to spread out. Oh, just a snap and he's quarterback. All right, let's go on board. Here we go. Round the outside now. He's going to hold him. He's going to go deep under brakes. He's going to hold him to the inside. And then he's going to get a good run. Look at the camera view from the SimHaus broadcast. We're on board. That's the difference. Side by side. Now he's going to go around the outside. He's got to go hotter under brakes. Yes, then move over. Oh, he's been pushed. That was a little tap, but that's all right. He'll get back on, regroup. And Stoddard's the first one to blink. So too, Michael Court. That is, well, that was P10 and 11. Quick tyre change, should be about 7-8 seconds. No fuel required. Oh, Michael Court getting a great run there. Will he get ahead? Yes, he does. But will either of them cop a penalty for speeding in pit lane? Oh, great pit stop from Michael Court there. That is a position gain. But Spotto right behind. Oh, sorry, Stoddard right behind. But his teammate, James Spotto, in the Sprite. Nice and solid under brakes. Aline's just got to find a crack and then he's got to fill it and then stay firm in there, looking for all the cracks. Blackie dropping off into P3 now. Broadbent, Opposano still together. Half a second apart, Broadbent, the greater. But I did say it was pit window time. This would be the undercut if they come in, and that's someone blinked. That is Scott Flack. SimHaus, oh, locks it up. He doesn't need any more of that rubber. Thank God he'll be flat spotting in R Factor. You definitely get flat spotting if you lock it up. So, quick change. Spotto and Day still together. They're going to hold it out longer. So Flack's going for the undercut. Will that work? We don't know. Rejoining in P9. Is he back on track yet? Not yet. Still got David Baker, his teammate, to come round. But he manages to get out in the number 46. I'll check a number. There's his teammate. And it's Team SimHaus Racing. That is P9 and 10. Vlad Tokarev further forward up. Opposano closing in now. This will be him closing up using all the rubber and then jumping into pits. Scott Flack's going to start posting some fast times while these guys are out still battling in the, well, let's face it, they're still lapping in the 129.5s. So very consistent. Spotto in the 129.8s. Alon Day, that last lap was a 130, but that's because of that overshoot into turn 2. So we're still on the lead now. This is Broadbent. Will they pit this lap? Who's going to dive in? I think Oppo's going to dive in. Oh, they both dive in late. Yes, Oppo was going to go for it. Broadbent saw the flicker and he went for it. Very sneaky, very late. Oppo should have showed his... Oh, what? Let's watch this. This is for the race. Both of them. Right jacks up, left jacks up. And Oppo de Sano couldn't get around. So Broadbent's released him. And here comes the rest of the field. Look at them come down. All right, so the leaders have pitted. Oh, where's Flack? Flack's gone to the front. There he goes. Oppo's behind going, mate, keep going. We're chasing Flacky now. So the undercut definitely worked, but, and there's only 1 lap difference on the tyres. Can Flacky make it work? He's got traffic ahead. Well, the guys ahead, they don't need to give way. They're not going to be given the blue flags because they are racing for position. This is A-Line Day out in front now. Got the job done on Spotto. We wish we saw it, but the action was in the pits. Now, these guys need to think about pitting right now as well if the leaders are pitting. Unless Dave's quite happy to just gap Spotto before the pit stop. And we've got Graham Petrillo further back. He is in P3 at the moment. A-Line Day racing from the Middle East, he said. So, is he going to come pit? He's never pitted before. Yes, it looks like he's going to. Will Spotto follow? Yes, Spotto will follow. So these are the leaders once again coming in the pits. Where is Flacky? Flacky's around the back. Still got a way to go. He's coming on the main straight. That's Petrillo. No, that wasn't Petrillo. Rob Logan. Rob Logan's in the pits. Vlad Tokarev still out there. Not too sure if that's going to be good for him or not. He is lapping. Let's see. Vlad Tokarev moving up to P9. He's lapping in the 129.7s. And that is on par with the fast guys. Broadbent, Opposano. Right, so Baker. No, that was... wasn't Stoddard. Someone's yellow in Sector 3. Luciardi up into P14 now. Getting the job done over Baker. Meneguso up into P7. Yet to pit though, so he should look at pitting pretty soon. But it's Petrillo out in front. The South Australian in P1. Let's give him credit. He's holding out, but he's got the team coming behind before. Well, that looks like Vlad, but it's not. No, that's Licciardi, and there they are. There's Vlad and Scott Flack. Oh, this is good. Further back now. Oh, he's gone wide. Scott Flack up the inside because he's on fresher tyres. He can do it. Vlad should think about pitting now. He's just seen the leaders go through, so it's his time to pit. Will he come in? Yes, he does. Well predicted, Shane. Nice commentating, my friend. 10 laps to go. And the field goes through. So, Flack up into P2. Still got Broadbent and Oppo behind him. Now let's talk about the points. The points are accumulated between race 1 and 2. If 2 drivers finish on the same points, it'll be a count back to the feature race, which is this one, the 25 lapper. So Flacky finishes this one, he'll get a third and a first. But on countback, he may even win the round if he just holds position. So at the moment, it's all on for round 1. Oh, that's Licciardi going wide. Teammate to Opposano, which received the blue flag, so he's moved over. Great sportsmanship. And so too Baker should move over, allow his teammate to get through without any delay. Here he comes. All right, so Broadbent and Opposano on the tail now. Baker's move on. Team orders from SimHaus Racing from Scott Flackers. Thanks for letting me go, but feel free to slow up a bit just to help him out. So he's doing who was it? Perez for Verstappen on the final round of the Formula 1 at Abu Dhabi. No, don't do that. Just stay there. All right, so Scott Flack through. Broadbent on the chase now. Grant Petrulo into the pits now from the lead, moving in P4. If he comes out soon, Alon Day, have they pitted? I'm not too sure. I can't remember. I don't think so. Because number of stops. Let's have a look at that. It's not really the best. Well, he must have pitted because he's just posted fastest lap of the race at 1:26.8. So you're looking at the fastest guy on track at the moment. So they must have pitted that last lap. Now let's look at their tyre compound. Has anyone gone softs? No, we're on super softs all field round. So we're on a level playing field. So that's Alon in P4. That's a great position if that's a pit stop included. So Flacky, Broadbent and Operasono, this will be great towards the end. We've got 8 laps to go and a fresh set of rubber really. Scott Flack just 1 lap older than the 2 behind. And this is the closest gap on track. No, it's not. Stoddard and Bryce, there they are. Oh, look at this gap. Closing in on Stoddard here. Stoddard, inspired by his teammate, is going to hold up the field, just hold the race line, do his best. And that is Stoddard, Bryce in the Service Australia, Chris McLennan and Michael Good. Here they go. There's only 1 line through there. That's McLennan in the Castrol, through in P10. Stoddard leading him down now. All right, so the front 3 compressing up a bit. Stoddard doing a great job coming through turn 2 and 3. Was that 2 and this is 3. And we're into turn 4, the sharp one. Oh, just getting Taylor there. Chris just getting past Bryce. I think Bryce gave him a heads up saying which side to go, not to lose any time. They want to get past Stoddard. Oh, showing the nose on the inside. McLennan. That's how close they are. They're all in the windscreen of Justin Bryce. Choosing different lines. McLennan through. Oh, just tailing on the exit there. Okay, so this gap's bunching up, so to the front. Now, this is the lead. Scott Flack out in front. Craig Broadbent and Daniel Operasono. Operasono just getting a bit taily towards the back there. Struggling to hold it straight. He's going to wear up the tyres there, affecting his lap times. But all 3 at the front are in the 127s. Lucky just cusping on the 128s there. So this is the lead. Broadbent in the middle, Operasono and Flacky out in front. Who else have we got? 21 seconds back. It is Alon Day by himself now. Spotto trying everything he can to close in. 1.4 seconds back, and Tokarev, make no mistake, he will be closing that gap as well. Very strong driver. Remember, this guy's already served a penalty on top of his pit stop. So he rejoins with all that going on in P6. His fastest lap of the race thus far. It's a 127.2, and that is Petrulo back in P7. All right, who haven't we seen? Let's go to Justin Bryce, P9. There he is. Service Australia down the main straight. Stoddard back into P10. Still holding on, but he's got Michael Court chasing behind. There he goes in the Coca-Cola Horsepower Racing. Camaro there. Rob Logan further back. Then Damien Meneguzzo out by himself, P13. Consistently hitting the 130s, which is very good time on old tyres. Remember, we've got 5 laps to go. Baker's in 14, just overshooting the front end there, burning up the front tyres. And then Ross Lichier right behind him. Very similar lap times between those two, so they'll stay together for the next 5 laps. All right, how's it going to play out? Because Flack is still out in front, doing his best, crossing the line with a 128.3, and the guys behind a 128.4 and a 128.2, and that is Opposano closing in too. All right, so is Oppo going to make a move, or is he going to just let Broadbent take the lead again? I'm sure Flack's just sitting there, not over pushing it. He just needs to keep him behind. So he needs to conserve his tyres just to keep enough for the end of the race. He doesn't need to overdo it. Then he just makes himself more vulnerable to Broadbent and Opposano to just roll through and take that position from him. All he needs to do is hold his line and keep his own pace, making sure those guys stay behind. Alon Day back into P4, closing in under the 21 seconds now, because he lapped in the 127.9. That is faster than the leaders at the moment, and that is why he's got fastest lap of the race so far, and he's still pushing out those fast times. So it won't be enough to gain any position on this race alone, but here comes Opposano. He's closing in. That is Broadbent in front. Again, Broadbent breaking the toe, so too Scott Flack. So they're snaking down the main straight. Got to do that 4 more times. Oppo dropping down into 5th. Then hard braking, smashing the gears down into 2nd. He won't get to 1st, I don't think, but he's closed in. It's a great battle. Day and Spotto together again. 2 seconds apart, but he's got Tokarev. Now, Tokarev keeping Spotto company. There he is, coming through turn 1. Well, he tucked inside. Big run up the inside. But Spotto's just got to hold it. He's still got the line for the next corner. Got to push him out. There he goes, very strong in that section. We saw him do that lap after lap with Alon Day. Just hold his position. That's all he's got to do. Tokarev struggling to get past. And Spotto doing a fantastic job in P5. Holding out Vlad Tokarev, who's right behind him. All right, back up the front. 3 laps to go. Broadbent just... Okay, so the weaving down the straight, breaking the toe, that's what it's all about. No available side drafts for these 3. Very tactical there. We heard Broadbent drop down to 5th. We can see his telemetry down the bottom right-hand corner. Very ginger on the accelerator there. Holding on the curb. Getting the car to turn and rotate without needing the accelerator or the tyres. Okay, so this is round 1 of the SimHaus League V8 Series for 2026. This is the 2nd race of the evening, the last race of the night. And the next one will be at Melbourne on the Wednesday following the main race. Usually we end up on the Wednesday before the main event, but because of work commitments, I'll be at the Formula 1 this year, working with simulators, so I'll be returning to host round 2 on the following Wednesday. Okay, so Flacky, is he going to weave down the main straight? He must do it. He's got to do it. Oh, lots of smoke. There they go wide. Sweeping through. Turn 1, nice and wide. Flacky, nice line there. So too Broadbent. Brought up. Opposano holding it on, just got loose there. Alright, so this was... No, that's live. Okay. Sorry, this is the replay, what happened before. Okay. So we're back live now. So Oppo got a bit of work to do. He's dropped off only half a second, but these two are starting to pull away. Down the main straight, Scott Flack for SimHaus Racing, leading the charge ahead of Broadbent. But Broadbent. So Broadbent's going to try and make a move anytime soon. This is the last lap. Scott Flack out in front for SimHaus Racing. Beautiful new liveries this year across the field. Scott Flack and David Baker, teammates, out on track. We do have a teams competition, and there's been a few that have entered this year, so we're looking forward to see. Broadbent wiggles up the inside. Scott Flack's got to hold the inside line if he's going to hold Broadbent out. Couple of corners to go for Scott Flack, Craig Broadbent. Oppo getting on the gas early. Here we go, long shot down. Following these two. Broadbent's going to try and set it up the inside here. He's going out wide to come down the inside to get on the gas earlier. He's going for it, but Flack's on it. Flack's just got to keep a straight line. This will be the checkered flag. Last lap of the race. And it's Scott Flack taking the checkered, Craig Broadbent, Opposano. And this is A-Line Day coming across the finish line now. So A-Line Day, a credible fourth here. Vlad Tokarev finishes in P5. James Spotto, great work. Where's Grant Pachullo? There he goes, Grant Pachullo across the line. And who's this? This is Chris McLennan coming through in P8. Then Justin Bryce. Justin Bryce in P9. Stoddard and Michael Cord defending Rob Logan in 12. Damien Meneguzzo coming around the top of the hill now, down the main straight. And this is, that's Ross Licciardi crossing the line. We're still waiting for Damien. Here he comes in the Bridgestone Tyre and Auto. All right. So looking to see who else is out there doing some laps. I can still see 10, 11, 12. That's Stoddard. Here we go. So these guys doing a lap. So race results for race 2. It was Scott Flack taking the win in race 2, then Craig Broadbent, Daniel Opedisano, Alon Day in 4, Vlad Tokarev, after a pit lane penalty, rolling off the start line, does a fantastic job, finishes in P5. James Spotto, also great effort, finishing P6, and Pachullo taking the lead for a few laps there, finishes in P7. Chris McLennan comes in P8. Justin Bryce in P9. Craig Stoddard rolls out the top 10. Then in P11, we had Michael Court, P11 in the 888. And then Rob Logan in P12. Damien Meneguzzo, starting his full season with us this year, finishes in P13. David Baker, back from the commentary box, joins and finishes in P14. Ross Licciardi shows up and he finishes in P15, and Troy Czeslowski rounds out the 16. All right, so we hope to get a fuller field for next round. And so in those results, I can tell you with a third and a first, that would mean that Scott Flack wins the round. Okay, he'll take round honours, so he'll gain 20 points for round 1. Good result for SimHaus Racing. I don't say so myself. And that will be Opedisano and Broadbent in that order, your top 3. So thank you to the drivers for coming and making a spectacle. Hope you enjoyed it. We do love bringing these races to you, and we hope to see you in round 2. Actually, while we do that, I will bring up the second race of the schedule. And as you can see on the calendar, round 1 done. So the next one, tune in on the 11th of March, and that's when we'll be racing at Melbourne Grand Prix in Albert Park. Then some good news for New Zealand rounds. Stay tuned for that one. Nothing confirmed yet, but it looks like we will be actually racing on those tracks in this R Factor 2 service. So stay tuned for that one. Even join in. All the information for the car track and Discord channels are down in the description down below. So make sure you follow the links and join the crew and come race with us. There's the calendar. You can tune in and join in any time of the year. Just join in, have fun, and join the community. Great community we have here, and hope to see you on the next one. Okay, so that brings us to the end of the stream and the end of the broadcast. We hope you enjoyed yourself. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you at the next one. Until then, it's good night.